All right, so you mentioned Ricky Pearsall. He has been posting a lot of stuff on social media showing his workouts. He did that last year too. He also kind of called a shot before the offseason started, saying he was keep taking notes and keeping tabs on whatever. He's trying to motivate himself to have the best season of his career. He needs it. How confident are you in Ricky?
The thing for me, instead of maybe posting on social media, maybe just don't do that and focus more on actually improving. I feel like he's very focused on posting on social media right now, doing the notes thing in the comments, like, "Oh, I'm taking notes on you guys, keep talking shit on me." I just I actually don't know how to feel about Ricky Pearsall. He's been injured his first 2 years. I don't know how he's just gonna magically not get injured. He just
I
keeps
have a
getting injured over and over again.
I have a different take on it. There's
Okay.
2 reasons. I'm all in on Ricky Pearsall,
Mm.
and here's why. I feel like the 49ers mentality, and ex-players have talked about this when they went to the Super Bowl, like, there were a few leaders, but there weren't a lot of, like, rah-rah football guys. I actually think Ricky is like, "I'm gonna leave it all out there on the field, and I'm gonna give my life to this game," type of mentality. I do believe that. I mean, he was playing through a PCL strain.
Mhm.
Like, he was not himself. I will make an excuse for Ricky Pearsall. Like,
Mhm.
you play through that, you're not even 50% of who you are. So of course he didn't play well through that. It was incredible that he actually played that game, right? Like, I'm all in on him, man. He separates at an elite level. He's a great route runner and he's hardworking and he seems like a good culture guy. He seems like a good dude, a guy with confidence who knows he's good, who knows what he can bring to the table. They need that. Doesn't seem like he's gonna, you know, excuse my language, but bitch and moan like other diva wide receivers. I don't know. I think that's important. It also seems like he won't get DUIs like Jordan Addison. You know what I mean? I don't know for a fact, but like,
That's true.
Jordan Addison, my USC guy, I love Jordan Addison, but he's always in trouble. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think Ricky's a guy that's going to get into trouble. It seems like he's, he has a girlfriend that he's been with for a while. He's just locked in on football. He's
Yeah.
that's
good.
true. No, those
These
are
are the
those
rookie
are
com-
true. I really like Ricky Pearsall too. He seems like a
It's just
good guy. He's had some bad luck.
best
Yeah,
thing is availability, and he just doesn't have that right now. It's just how is that gonna change? Maybe it's a substation. Maybe that really
We're gonna
affects him.
talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it seems like I don't think they drafted him to be the number one wide receiver. He kind of got the opportunity when Brandon Ayuk left. But if you're gonna give him 10, 11 targets a game, I don't know that his body's really built to hold up. I mean, it wasn't just the hits he was taking; it was like catching the ball, hitting the ground. That's how he hurt his PCL the first time, and I know that's how a lot of people heard it. That's how Christian heard it too. But it doesn't seem like unless he's going to put on a lot of muscle this offseason, he's really built for that. So
He
the Niners need to use him judiciously as a number 2 option.
he also does kinda have bad luck. Like, this season, he had that injury, he came back, I think it was the Titans game, and then he got hip drop tackled.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was against the Titans or whatever, but, like, does kinda have bad luck. Like, that tackle's literally like, you're not allowed to do that in the NFL, and he got that. So it's like, kinda
but
does have bad luck. It's just I'm kinda getting sick and tired
Grant's
of it.
Grant's right though. Like, Ricky should not be used like Debo Samuel or Jawan Jennings. You know what I mean?
No.
He needs to be used like Brandon Ayuk. What was Brandon Ayuk being used like? Okay, seven,
they
eight
didn't give him
targets.
the ball that much.
Exactly, but
Yeah,
because Ayuk was skinny,
big
he
play.
was gonna get
Yeah,
hurt, if you didn't give but every play that Ayuk caught, like, every ball was, like, 25 yards. That's what they need to use Pearsall like, they can't be throwing these, like, screens to Pearsall and expecting him to get yards after the catch like he's Debo Samuel. That's the
from
problem.
what I'm hearing is, and take it with a grain of salt. I heard it through the grapevine that Lynch is a little down on Pearsall. I mean, I think it stems from him not coming back as quickly as possible from the PCL injury. I think there was a little bit of confusion, like, are you good? Are you not? Can you play in this playoff game? Can you not? And when they were asked about Ricky, if you go back and look at the end of year press conference, John doesn't say anything. The question is answered by Kyle, and then that's it. And then it goes to the next question, which I think is a little bit telling. But if you listen to what Kyle says about Ricky, Kyle seems to still love him. I think it's clear that Kyle picked him. And Kyle makes all the, excuses. I'm not gonna say excuses, gives all the context that we just gave, which is good for Ricky because Kyle may not have the type of power he had 2 years ago when he got Brandon Ayuk paid, but he's still the head coach of this team. And if he still believes in you, then you probably I don't know that Kyle wants Jordan Addison. Is that the kind of player that Kyle Shanahan generally thrives with, or does he like someone
Yeah,
like Ricky? No, right?
and there's a
I
perfect
can see
player.
John Lynch wanting Jordan Addison, but
Yeah.
I don't know that Kyle does.
There's a perfect player in the draft for the Niners at 27, by the way. And I know we would talk about this. I don't think he's at the Senior Bowl, but Omar Cooper is like a prototypical, Kyle Shanahan, like, he can get the ball, like the Debo role. He's
Is that
played
the guy
running
from
back.
Indiana?
Yeah, he's really stocky, 6 feet, good separator, can get yards after the catch, take big hits, a pro's pro. He might be gone actually by their pick. He's moving up draft boards, but that's the type of receiver you need alongside Ricky Pearsall. Grant's right. Why would you need Jordan Addison and Ricky Pearsall? They're both like neither of those guys can get yards after catch.
No,
They're
they
just kind of
can't block.
separate.
They're
And they're
little.
skinny and they're skinny.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like everyone's talking about speed, like, oh, separation. Like, I think Ricky can do that. Like, I think they need a guy that's like a bigger wide receiver that can keep defenses honest with the yards after catch aspect of the 49ers passing attack, right?
And again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners trade up in round 1 for a bigger wide receiver to replace Juwan Jennings. I actually think that Kyle Shanahan would love to bring back Jennings and Pearsall. Seriously.
That's
those guys. I just feel like Kyle doesn't have the power to do that anymore. Juwan's going to be legitimately expensive for a number 2 wide receiver. He might get 3 years, $50 million, and I could see
people are saying $22 million a year.
We're not doing that.
Tennessee's going to give him that money. I think Tennessee's going to give him that money. He'll go with Saleh.
I wouldn't be surprised. Or another team that actually has like more of a Shanahan McVay coach where there's like a scheme thing.